going to show you how to set up insider risk management so that you can receive the alerts whenever users downgrade sensitivity labels or mishandle data that is protected by sensitivity label. Let's start with creating a top secret sensitivity label. We're going to go to the Microsoft Preview Information Protection, click Create Label, and we're going to follow the wizard. Give it a name, a display name, and then a description for the users. I'm going to choose red color for this label and click Next. In the Define the Scope for this label screen, I'm going to uncheck the Schematize Data Assets option and keep the rest of the scope options. And then I click Next. I'm going to click Next to skip the next screen because these settings are not relevant to our exercise. And I'm going to skip the next screen as well. And the protection settings, that is protection settings for the groups and sites. And I will skip the next section as well. So I got to the Review Your Settings and Finish screen, and I click Create Label button. The label is created. I'm going to keep Publish Label to Users Apps option and click Done. This will allow me to create a new label policy to publish this label right away. I will click Create New Label Policy button. This is going to start Create Policy wizard. I'm going to choose the label to publish. You can enter the label name into the search box or just scroll down until you find the label that you're looking for. Click Add to add the label and then go to the next screen. We'll keep the default for the users and groups to publish to and click Next. In the policy settings, we are going to select User must provide a justification to remove a label or lower its classification. I do not want this label to be a default label for documents, emails, meetings, sites and groups, or Fabric and Power BI, so I skip all of these sections. And now I have to name the policy. I'm going to name it Publish Top Secret Label, and we are going to submit the policy, and it is created. After the label is published, and that's going to depend on your tenant, you can go to the SharePoint and apply this label. Here's my top secret label that I can apply to this document. We are now going to go to the Insider Risk Management and create a policy that is going to be watching this top secret label. In the policies, click Create Policy and select Custom Policy. Choose Data Leaks Policy Template in Data Leaks Policy Template section. Name your policy and click Next. In the Choose Users, Groups and Adaptive Scopes, accept the default for all users and click Next. In the Exclude Users and Groups screen, click Next to skip. The Decide Whether to Prioritize Content screen is the most important screen for our exercise. The selections in this screen define what IRM will monitor for this policy. Clear all content except sensitivity labels. Next screen will allow you to choose which sensitivity label you want this policy to prioritize. You can choose up to 50 labels. I'm going to select Top Secret label and add it. Next screen will let you decide if you want this policy to score only activity with the priority content. You have two options. First, get alerts for all activity. The second option is to get alerts only for activity that includes priority content. I'll select the second option because we are only monitoring the top secret label. Next screen will allow you to choose triggering events for this policy. We will use User Performs an Exfiltration Activity option. This option has a number of activities and each activity can trigger this policy. Scroll down to view all of the activities that are available and unselect those that you don't need. We're going to scroll down to view the sequences that include downgrading sensitivity label. In a nutshell, sequences are the activities that are executed by the users as one sequence, rather than isolated events. There are 4 different sequences that include downgrading sensitivity labels. Downgrade or remove label, then exfiltrate. Downgrade or remove label, download, then exfiltrate. Downgrade or remove label, download, exfiltrate, then delete. Downgrade or remove label, download, obfuscate, then exfiltrate. I kept all activities selected for this policy. In the next screen, we are going to choose thresholds for triggering events. You can apply built-in thresholds or choose your own thresholds. Click Choose Your Own Thresholds. The policy will trigger the alerts when the number of activities meet a certain threshold. I'm going to modify thresholds for all activities that are matching priority content, which is our sensitivity label top secret. I set all thresholds for activities matching priority content to 1. I don't want to take any chances with the top secret label. One activity is too many. In the indicator screen, click Next to accept the defaults. In the next screen, Sequence Detection, I'm going to select all sequences and click Next. I will keep thresholds provided by Microsoft for the indicators and click Next. Review and submit your policy. By configuring IRM policy to monitor priority content for specific sensitivity labels, you can partition the policies in such a way that when alerts are triggered, your investigators will be able to differentiate these alerts from those triggered by other activities. This ensures that potential data leaks involving the most sensitive content are quickly detected and prioritized over other alerts. This concludes today's video. Thank you for watching.